Since I'm over here by Fort Custer, on the way home, I'm going to take a little drive through the Fort Custer recreation area. You can see the dog sled teams right there. Looks like they're getting a little practice for the Iditarod. I'll have to see once. I have a recreation passport. I get it every year. It's incorporated with my license plate. I used to be able to go deer hunting back here, and these submariners or submariners had a low frequency antenna field out here that was used to communicate with submarines. We'll see what we can see of that. I understand it's been taken out, but I don't know if there's anything left to see of it. We'll have a look here in just a minute. Caution, trail crossing ahead, yes. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is, of course, some old growth trees here, but here is the antenna field. Here's the gate, and you can see it has the federal no trespassing markings on it. As we get closer, you'll notice this. Well, here is all we're going to get to see of the antenna field. And you can see right here is it's government property. This field right there used to be open and flat. You could see nothing in it, wide open, probably 200 acres in size. And there must have been 100 or more antennas sticking up only about 35, maybe 40 feet in the air. Not very tall, all guy wired and so forth in a pattern. They were laid out in this field. And nobody really knew what that was, some kind of a communication thing. It turned out later they were communicating with submarines, ultra low frequency, through the ground, not through the airwaves, but through the ground. And this is where one of those antenna fields was at. I understand there's another one up in the UP someplace in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. These are expensive facilities, but this one's gone. I can remember coming out here probably 20 years ago, nearly, and you could see there was no antennas left. They were all gone. Of course, all these little trees and saplings you see here in front of us weren't even here. They did plant some small pines out there, kind of making it look like a little piney forest in that field. But we know better now. And now I understand that's all done with satellite comms and other things. I don't think they do the ultra low frequency anymore. I may be wrong. Any of you submariners out there or submariners, those in the silent service, know anything about that and can drop a dime on it, leave a message there below in the comments. All right, I'm going to push along here and see the rest of this place. I know it's Halloween and all that, but that's kind of a spooky old tree, isn't it? Might be a few more of those around here. Just 5 days ago, we were doing a color tour down to the old covered bridge, the Langley Bridge. And now, color is gone for the most part. The leaves are pretty much fallen. Gee, who would ever thunk it? Here's a little spot that they bulldozed back in here and pushed the gravel back, but another little shot of that antenna field. All right, can you feel the vibes? All right then. Okay, we're back in here now, almost a mile, and we haven't come to where you pay the park ranger yet. It's coming up here. Have to stop and get proofed for a second, and then proceed. A little trail crossing right here. Welcome to Fort Custer Recreation Area. They go swimming back here, camping. There's campsites for trailers and tents. You can have a campfire. Oh yeah! Right back here. Here's the headquarters building. State recreation area. Here's the hut. The campground is open. Here's where Mr. Ranger, sir. I'm not certain if that's where Mr. Ranger, sir, lives or not. Might be a boo-boo to go in there, eh, boo-boo? And we'll take the low road here down to the Kalamazoo River in Jackson's Hole. We'll see if we can find something down there. Jackson Hole, Kalamazoo River. Let's go look at the river. Oh my gosh, I'm driving the Lambo on a dirt road. Are you insured to drive a low air dammed high performance vehicle like that on a gravelly, ruddy country road, boy? We're just gonna go down here and try to find the river is all. Riverside Family Cabin. It's closed. We'll go up this way. They have Riverside Family Cabins down there. You can rent. You park over here to drop your boat off. This is the access to the Kalamazoo River. Let's see what kind of access is looking today. Here we are. No spearing, no gigging, no fly casting, no bait netting. No use of dynamite or explosives in the harvesting of fish. No smoking, no drinking. No tucking your long hair up under your hat, coming in to ask them why. Nice boat landing. Little steep, it's a little steep. Okay, I know that you can't really tell this from where you're looking, the angle of this dangle. But the river does rise. The river do rise. It do rise. It does come up to just about where we're standing right now. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, the river is low. The Kalamazoo River. You can see the banks right here. Very, very low. Going back into some ducks down there. Minnows. Yes, sir, the Kalamazoo River. Well, I don't know what agency, if it was state or federal, maybe Army Corps of Engineers. I don't know who put this boat landing in. But man, these slabs, they have texturing that look like waves along them. You can see that. Boy, it has a lot of traction. Boy, is that nice. I can see where somebody come in here with a little bit heavier of a boat, and it's a little slick out. Yeah, you could get up out of here pretty good. I like this. You can't put big boats here in the river. Kayaks, canoes. You see people once in a while with a bass boat. But you know, there's dams and so forth. Down at the Marl Pond by Comstock. I think there's something a little bit upriver from here. This river empties into Lake Michigan at Saugatuck, the Kalamazoo River. All right, you can see everything's pretty new along here, even the little board stand, message board, whatever, brand new pilings there. Back here they have a little park, a little picnic area. Watch out for the mosquitoes. It's a mosquito habitat. You don't want to catch that eastern equine encephalitis. Or you can get the Zika virus or West Nile virus. I wonder what you could catch in here. Somebody done tore the door off the crapper. That ain't too cool. Maybe it was a bear. Man, it ripped that thing right off. We don't have bear down here, but we do have big cats, mountain lion. No lion did that. Oh well. May have been a branch fell, but appears to be kicked from the inside. Hey, all the screws are ripped right out of the hinges. Right up there, see there? Right there and right there. Holy smoke. That's a real can right there. Wet paint, be careful. I wish it did smell like wet paint in here. I'm gonna go this way. Whew. Lordy. I'm telling you though, we were brought up around biffies and outhouses and so forth when we traveled around. And so it's not a unfamiliar scene, nor I will admit the smell either. Oh well. You know, on a hog farm, that smells like money. Doesn't bother me. Drive along Highway 40 across Texas, Oklahoma, along through there, and see those big, huge feedlots that they have for the cattle. Really something. For about 100 miles, all you can literally smell is farm. Very interesting. Well, something's kicking it up right over there on the other shore, right in the water. Right there. Just keep your eye on that for a second. Fish or something right there. And when you're trying to video them, they always disappear, right? All right. Okay, we'll head down here to Jackson Hole, see what that looks like. There are bald eagle nests out here. This nice field here. Now this field had been cleared. This field had been logged out several years ago. It was tall timber like you see behind it. Thick woods. They logged this whole thing out and turned it into a big meadow. Okay? See what's up ahead here. Another trail crossing. You know, a big limb fell on this. That guardrail right damaged right there is from a limb out here in this swamp. You can see how much of this that they've cleared all the way down here. It was a big project. Somebody got a lot of lumber. Always makes you wonder when they log a big place like that out, why they leave just a single tree. You know? Just a little bit of the beauty here in the swamps back along the Kalamazoo River here. Very nice. This is a Sasquatch swamp. Won't be long, this will be frozen over. You could walk across it, wouldn't even know it was there. Okay, the gates to the campsites are closed and locked. I'd say the season's over, wouldn't you? Another one of the nice big fields here, looking down over into the approaches of the Kalamazoo River. Guess you could call it the bottomland. A little park here. This is a lake. It's formed by the river. Picnic shelters and stuff. More trails. We'll go over here and take a look at another spot. Okay, now we're gonna head over towards Jackson Hole. This is a road that they cut through here after they logged this out, and you see they planted all this really cool grass, letting it just turn into a big grassy meadow, and they have for years. It's working. I think that this was a forest, but it was not as healthy as what they would have liked it to be, and so they made some changes. I haven't heard one person complain about it. Right up here is Jackson Hole. I've got some good photography back here of wildlife in the past. We'll see what's happening here. That's also been closed. You can certainly walk out there.